So that's why I just look at him and I was like, who is this? So I go to my fake page. I don't give a fuck about you going to jail. I don't give a damn. He's sitting beside me, y'all. I'm scrolling on this girl page.
Sitting in the whip on the strip, in the strip and my windows is tinted. Let's go. My backseat ain't empty.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Subbie. If you're new here, if you're not, what's her boo, and thanks for returning. So as y'all can see by today's title, I am giving y'all the story time on how I found out I was a side chick. The side. I don't know what about me gives side. It never gave that. This is from 2021. It's not too old. You know you gotta give stuff time to just settle. That's what I did. But yes, we are about to hop into the story time. And by the way, this hair, y'all just got this installed. I love this wig, but I linked it in my Amazon storefront for y'all. It's called like Blamos 28 deep inch, something like that. It's down in my description box if you want it. It was only $100. That's what I'm putting y'all on, putting the girls on. The lace was really thin. My cousin ain't pluck it that much. This is a good wig, I say so, you know, like, yeah. But yes, without further ado, let's just hop on into the story. Also, make sure y'all got y'all wine, y'all got y'all anything, whatever you got. I got me some cider. I don't even got wine, this cider. So I moved to Charlotte in 2021, February of 2021. When I moved to Charlotte, I was in a relationship. Y'all, literally, we broke up a week after I moved. Like, I kid you not. So that was really, really hard for me. I was so madly in love with this man. I kid y'all not. So it was like the end of February, all of March, and by April, I'm back outside. So, boom, that happened with my ex. But this guy, we need to give him a name. Let's call him David. So while I was in a relationship, David used to literally always send me hard eyes, like he just saying, you know, just trying to talk to me, whatever. But I'm really, really loyal. I did like a couple of the messages, but I never really replied. So yeah. So when April came around, I'm looking, like, you know, I'm just scrolling through my stories, and I seen that his birthday was coming up, and so he had just said something to me, so that's why I was like, I'm gonna remember. Like, when I say coming up, I mean the next day. So I was like, I'm gonna tell him happy birthday tomorrow. So boom, it comes to the next day. I tell him happy birthday. He said thank you, whatever, and then that's when he like, oh, I wanna like take you out on a date, da, da, da. So I'm like, okay, like, come to Charlotte, fun. So that's when he planned to come down. I think it was like literally the next week, y'all. Like, we ain't waste no time. So keep in mind, he rolled down here with one of his friends. So when he got down here, I picked him up from a friend's house, and then we went to, I think we went to a Mexican restaurant, and then we went to like other places, like random stuff. I know we went to TJ Maxx. And this man, I'm very like independent. Don't be like me. Don't be like me, for real. I done learned my lesson. Like, once you show a man you can do, they just gonna let you do. Hell nah, say yes. Y'all, we in TJ Maxx. It was this chair I wanted, and I bought it. But while I'm about to buy it, he like, oh, you want me to get it for you? And I'm like, no, you good, da, da, da. Y'all, this chair was literally $300, and my dumb ass said no. That's a life lesson. If a man wanna do, let that man do. Stop saying no. 23-year-old me was dumb. She was dumb. 27, I almost said 28. Oh my God, I'm aging myself. 27-year-old me, yes, you can do whatever. You can do whatever. Yeah, so we went on the Mexican restaurant day, and then we went to like other places. We didn't really do like too much or whatever. And then like he went back home. So then boom, the next week I went and seen him. Like, I don't know if I told y'all this. Well, if you're not new here, then you know I'm from Raleigh. So I went back home, and he had a place in Raleigh. So I went to his place or whatever. Like, we just spent the weekend together, whatever. Cool. But then we left and came back to Charlotte. So this is where like the whole situationship start. I ain't gonna call this a relationship. The whole situationship start. He rode back with me. So he had 2 cars. His little brother, he gave his little brother one of his cars, and then he had like his other car. I forgot what was up. Nothing was wrong with the car. Like, it wasn't literally messed up, but it was something going on. But either way, we left his car in Raleigh and he rode back with me. So y'all, he comes to Charlotte. He stayed for literally like, I'm gonna say a week, 2 weeks. Like, yeah, at this point, like, we together. So everything was going good for a little minute, and then like we skipping months now because we was just always together, like whatever. So then it comes to birthday bash. Now this man he's very close friends with a huge artist that is one of my favorite artists, shoot, but he one of everybody's favorite artists. So he is like performing at birthday bash. So David, he's telling me like, cause you know, if you're from North Carolina, in order to, well, depending on what side you're on, but either way, in order to get to Atlanta from Raleigh, you have to go through Charlotte. So he wasn't driving, but he told me his mom was driving and that he was more likely gonna get dropped off at my house. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Next thing you know, I'm looking on Instagram, I'm texting him, blowing his phone up. He telling me that his mama ain't feel like stopping, so he just gonna go to birthday bash. Okay, so that's when I'm looking and he's on stage with the artist, like he's filming everything on stage, cool. Then the next day he posts like a picture or something, and y'all, the mirror, it was a stand-up mirror, but it had like string lights on it. So I'm like, that give real, like, you know, like, who house you at? Like, what? So I call him and I'm like, who house you at? What you doing? And he like, oh, I'm at my aunt's house. So I'm like, your aunt got string lights on the mirror? Your aunt, like, what? A grown woman? Come on now, don't play with me. And he like, yeah, I'm with my aunt's house, da. So then later on that day, he posts he's out to get pedicures. And I'm like, who are you with? Who are you with? And so that's when he like, I think it was like his god sister or something like that. I don't know. Either way, I know it was like a younger girl, but either way, like he picked up the phone while he was at the nail salon or whatever. So like, I'm thinking it was nothing. No, granted, that's where he told me he was at. He could have just been in the car. I don't know, because we weren't on FaceTime, we was on the phone. Okay, so boom, fast forward, at the birthday bash, he go home and then he comes to my house. So boom, now this is where stuff get a little crazy, because I am Inspector Gadget, period. So this next time that he comes over my house at the birthday bash, I had went and picked him up. So he is from a country, he's not from Raleigh, but he lived in Raleigh at the time, but he had went home, and he's from a real country city. I don't want to give it away, because if you're from North Carolina, you can put 2 and 2 together real quick. It ain't too many people that know that artist either way. But either way, he was near home. And so the city that he was in was like another hour and a half outside of Raleigh. So y'all, I was so dumb. Oh my God, I was so dumb. I was so dumb. I don't know why, but his car was messed up. Y'all, I went and I picked him up. So boom, I went and I picked this man up. And one thing my daddy has always taught me, like, and my friends even know this, no matter where I'm at, I will always know my way around. While I'm driving, and I don't know if anybody ever taught y'all this, but you look at landmarks. So I look at landmarks. I will always know where I'm at, no matter where I'm at. So when I get there to like the address that he sent me to, it's a whole bunch of apartments, but like I'm just looking around, but I just have a mental screenshot of everything. So I just remember the streets that we own, like I can see them. So that's when, y'all, as soon as I pull up, I text him like I'm here. This fool just, I had my head down for like 1 second. By the time I look up, he's walking, like he's already in front of the car. I couldn't even see where he came from, like which building he came from. So that's when he's like, oh, I gotta get something out of my car. Like, can you pull up to my car real quick? So I'm like, yeah. So y'all, we're over here. His car is across the street at this building. So I'm like, why the fuck? That mean you had to walk across, like literally walk across the street. Like, why didn't you just send me where you was at? Like, what's tea? Who live here? So when he got in the car and he's like, this fool said, so I pull up like by his car. He didn't even like tell me to pull up at his car. It was like behind his car. And he's like, just circle the block. So I already thought that was suspicious, because why wouldn't I just wait for you to get back into the car? Why would I circle the block while you pulling some shit out your car? That didn't make sense to me. But I just did it. So I circled the block. He get back in the car. So that's why I'm like, who lives over here? And he like, my cousin or whatever. Like, she live in that building. So y'all, I'm like, cause then boom, when he pointed to that building, this is where I picked him up at. His car right here. The building that he pointed to was all the way over here. What the fuck are we doing? What's tea? What's tea? And mind you, like, I be on the phone. Like, I used to talk to his mama and stuff on the phone. Like, it's not like it was like a hidden thing. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay, whatever. So we get back to Charlotte. He stayed for like another week. So by the time, it's literally like the day that he's leaving, we're sitting in the kitchen. And we just sitting at the island, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I'm Inspector Gadget. So I'm looking and I see that he had just got a new follower. So I click on it, and the girl that followed him, like, I go to who he's following, and he had been followed. Like, he was already following her, but she just followed him back. So I go to her page, and I'm not thinking, like, I won't literally thinking nothing of it, but I was like searching for something, like, why was he already following you? What's tea? So I look on her page and I'm scrolling, and that's when I look, and it's a picture that was from like 2019, and he was underneath it, and it was like, call me. That's when he had made the comment, was in like 2019. So I'm like, oh, he know this girl. Like, he really know this girl. This from years ago. He's sitting beside me, y'all. I'm scrolling on this girl page. So that's when I look, and she had just graduated from a school in the city that I picked him up from. Okay. The next picture, I look, and like I just told y'all, I take a mental, I be looking around. It's the same street that I just picked him up from in the other city 4 hours away, or however long away. So I'm like, who is this girl? That's what I'm thinking in my head. So that's why I just look at him, and I was like, who is this? So this boy done went insane, and he's like, bro, that's my cousin. That's my cousin. Like, why'd you on her page? That's my cousin. So he like, I swear that's my cousin. So he literally calls her, and I'm gonna give her the name Marcy. I'm gonna call her Marcy. So he calls her up, and I'm looking at the contact. This is some real crazy stuff. To this day, I don't understand this. I promise y'all, I don't get it to this day. None of my friends, nobody. He literally is on the phone. I'm looking at the phone. He clicks the name. He calls the number, and he's like, Marcy. And she like, yeah. And he was like, what are we? Like, for real, what are we? And she's like, you're my cousin? And he's like, what? And she's like, my cousin, you're my cousin. What are you tripping off of right now? So that's when he was like, thank you. Hang up the phone. So that's when he going into the closet. This was so toxic. He was going into the closet, and he had like little stuff at my house, like jackets and stuff, like a little t-shirt, whatever. He in the closet pulling everything off the hangers. So I'm in the closet putting it back, like, no, like whatever. So that's when I'm like, okay, my bad. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I shouldn't have been creeping. My bad. He not talking to me. Like, he just pissed. So mind you, one day we was like walking around my building or whatever, and we was at the pool table, and it was a dude from the same city that he's from that lives in my building. Not only that, but the apartment right underneath me. So he went, after this whole thing happened, he went downstairs and like went to like hang out with him or whatever. I don't know if I ever told y'all this, but one of my best friends, Allie, she lived literally 2 doors down from me. I was 147 and she was 143. And so when he left, I went to Allie's house and I'm telling her, you know, girl talk. I'm telling her everything that happened, whatever. So I'm on the girl's Instagram page. I'm back on her Instagram page and I'm going through her highlights and I see she has a TikTok. So I'm like, let me go on her TikTok. I'm just nosy. Y'all, I go on this girl TikTok and I'm scrolling and I'm like, oh, that's David's house. Like, cause I was at his house in Raleigh and I'm like, oh, okay, like she was at David's house too, cool. So I'm back scrolling. That's when I come across a TikTok. Mind you, he had just left like an hour. It's been like an hour. And I'm like, I click on this one other TikTok and it's like, show you and show what you ride. Y'all, why is it David? Why is it her and David? So I'm mad because I done told you sorry. You done called this girl. I don't even know who you called at this point. But I done told you sorry because I'm thinking that I'm wrong. Whole time I'm right. I got proof. I'm right. So that's when I call him. I'm cussing him out. First, before I call him, I sent him the TikTok. So that's when he get to calling me. I'm fussing him out. I'm fussing him out. I'm fussing him out. So then hang up the phone. I don't talk to him for like a couple weeks or whatever. I don't even know how we got back cool, but y'all, we ended up getting back cool. I'm a dummy. So that's when like he telling me like I'm not with her, like I promised, da 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 da. And my young naive self, I'm believing it, like, oh, he's not with her. He's telling me the truth. He tell me the truth. Now we're in September and the artist, if you have me on Instagram, then you probably know who I'm talking about. But either way, I mean, you can put two and two together. The artist that he knows is coming to Charlotte. So that's when, and y'all, what was really crazy to me is like him and the artist don't even follow each other. But one day me and him was in the car together and he on live, like the artist is on live and he comments something and he like, hey David, like what's up, bro? Blah, blah, blah. And it's hundreds of thousands of people on this live and I'm like, oh, he really do know this man. Like he do know this man. The artist is coming to Charlotte. David is coming to Charlotte to see me the same weekend or whatever. And that's when I'm trying to get like me and my friends. I'm thinking like we about to go to the club with him or whatever. And he was trying to pull strings. Either way, he said he couldn't, like we couldn't go in with him or whatever. One of the girls that I was hanging out with at the time was really like always outside. Like she knew everybody and they mama. If you want to go into the club, get in a section, like that girl gonna know somebody at the club. So we ride to the club with him and he dropped us off at the front and he was going to the back because like his people back there. So we get in the club, y'all. I'm on stage in the section with the artist. The girl knew everybody. She walked in, we seen one of the security guards. She started talking to him and he pulled the rope up and was like, y'all go in. Like, so I'm like, okay, cool. So that's when David is texting me and I'm like, cause I'm like, where are you at? And he texting me like, don't worry about it, I see you. So y'all, I'm looking around cause I'm telling him like, oh, I'm in the section with so-and-so. And that's when he was like, I see you, like, you good, like, I see you. So that's when I'm like, okay, so boom. We leaving the club, he come back to the front and he pick us up. So I'm like, where was you at this whole time? He's like, I seen you. So boom, he dropped my friends off or whatever. And then me and him go back to my house. He leave the next day. So mind y'all, my birthday is in September. My birthday is September 25th. So y'all, this is my 24th birthday. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all this. Wait, let me go back a little bit. So when he left that next day, cause I had noticed like I could watch his, like I watched his story before we had left the club and I seen that he was like in the back with like all the Lambos and shit. Like he was back there with them. So that next morning, I didn't see his story and I'm like, he just posted something last night, like why can't I see his story? So I go to my fake page, this nigga blocked me from viewing his damn story. So I view the story anyways cause what's tea? Y'all know this nigga screen recorded my video from the stage, like with the artist or whatever, and posted on his story. Nigga, you weren't on that stage. I ain't see you nowhere. And it took me a minute because I'm looking at the video like, they like my video. That's why I'm like, that is my shit. That's my shit. That's when I note that. Okay, cool. So it get to my birthday time, you know, we talking, I'm telling him like my plans, like dinner, whatever. And that's when this nigga get to telling me he gotta turn himself in. So now I'm mad. I don't give a fuck about you going to jail. I don't give a damn. So, because why are you going to jail? What's tea? What happened? So, his mama, he posting in his close friends screenshots from him and his mama text messages, and she basically like dogging me like, don't worry about it, son, girls will be on you one day, on the next nigga the next day, da 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 da. Because I didn't care about him going to jail. Like, why is you not coming to my birthday dinner? Like, what's going on? So that's when it was like 5 in the morning. It was like 5 in the morning. He sends me a prison transport van. And I'm like, what the fuck? And the way he talking, the way he was texting me, he was going away for a long time. Like, he didn't know when he was getting out. Like, it was just hella shit. So, that's when, at that point, I was done with it. I didn't care no more. Like, we not gonna be together. I don't care no more. So, he didn't come to my birthday dinner. I'm not gonna lie. My birthday, Valentine's Day, Christmas, you don't show up or show out, we done. You're done. You're done. Bye. Like, I don't want you. So after he didn't show up for my birthday, that was it. I didn't care no more. Like, yeah, I'm good. So, and I was so sad, y'all. I don't even, to this day, I couldn't find no mugshot. I couldn't find nothing. And he was back home, so I'm all in the city's mugshot. That's, come on now. Like, I couldn't find nothing. To this day, it's 2024. Still no damn mugshot. So that's when I get home from my dinner, y'all. I was so sad. My birthday, my 24th birthday, I was so sad. Whatever. Get home from my dinner, and I forgot exactly what made me do this, but I went. He had some stuff in my closet. I went into, it was a bag, and so I went into the bag, and it's a receipt for like some food, and it was like a little, like, you could barely. The bag is actually still in my closet right now. Don't move with me. So with the receipt, it was kind of like you could tell the printer paper was like messed up, like they needed more ink or whatever, but I could still read it. So I'm like, let me see where this at, because this was the same, y'all, it was the same date of birthday bash. So that's when I'm like, I look up like the thing, the restaurant, and it's not in Georgia, but you wanna know where it is? It's in that same city that old girl, the girlfriend, was in. So now I start putting 2 and 2 together, and I'm like, this nigga never went to birthday bash. This nigga was in that other city. You went and got pedicures with that girl. That was not your aunt's house, that's that girl house. And now I'm realizing you screen recorded somebody else's Instagram, one of your homeboys, of them on stage with the artist, and you posted on your story. You were never there. So at that point, not only was I done for my birthday, but I was done because I done put 2 and 2 together about this shit too. Like, now I'm really done. So now I text him, and then I messaged her, because I forgot, I don't know exactly what day I messaged her, but I know I messaged her between like August, September. I forgot exactly what happened, but either way, I had messaged the girl, and I'm like, hey, David told me like you're his cousin, like I just want to know like what's going on, da 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 da. So boom, that was in like August, September. Me and David we been done. I told him I was done with him, whatever. Y'all know that girl messaged me back in October on a random ass day and was like, hey, he told me the same thing about you, but I just want to know like how long y'all been messing around, da 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 da. So that's what I'm like, that's so random. Like, in my head, I'm like, that's so random. They must be going through something, because why would you just message me? I seen it, but then I didn't respond for a couple hours. So I guess, like, I don't know if she got mad or if she told him, like, oh, I messaged her back or what. But either way, by the time I went back to message it, the girl had blocked me. David, like, he had, like, a real tragic situation happen to him in December. And so I had gave him back, I met up with him back home Christmas Eve of 2021. We meet up at damn Bahama Breeze, y'all. This fool is trying to kiss me in my mouth, and I'm pushing him like, boy, you got a girlfriend. He like, no I don't, da, da. Trying to kiss me in my mouth. Still did not kiss him. I gave him his stuff back. Y'all know the next day I'm on that girl page, he bought her a fucking Louis Vuitton purse for Christmas. Yes, you do have a girlfriend. Like, he is a liar. This nigga used to lie so bad, and he don't care. And I'm not gonna lie, To this day, I want to know who he called, because that contact, he went straight to that contact, and that contact had her name. Like, I want to know who he called, because the girl picked up the phone and was like, you're my cousin, and there's no way that you are my boyfriend for years, and I'm gonna get on the phone with you and tell you you're my cousin. It don't make sense. So to this day, in 2024, I do not know who that man, oh, we in 2025, I do not know who that man called. Damn, 4 years? Damn, that's crazy. So yeah, that's my story time, y'all. So, well, I'm trying to make sure I ain't missed nothing. Editing Maya here. Oh my god, y'all, for one, I'm sick, but for two, I hate this laptop camera. Hate. But I had to write this down because I forgot to add. That man, he also lied about who he came down there with. He came down there with the girlfriend. Not only that, the girlfriend's from Charlotte. I picked him up from his damn mother-in-law house. These niggas are sick. They're sick. Tomorrow I'm filming like a productive day in my life, so make sure y'all look out for that. Make sure y'all are up to date on my vlogs, and if y'all do want this wig, it is down in my description box. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.